I'm kind of getting the idea from the 49ers offseason plan and strategy. I'm looking at who they're bringing in. They are bringing in some guys who are going to not just compete with this division, but most of all, compete for the Super Bowl. What they just saw from Seattle, that had to be the bad taste in their mouth. They are trying to build something to where they can destroy and kill Seattle to the point where they're going to be the front runners. Like, let me give you some realistic reasons. They addressed that offensive line as a depth piece and maybe some competition. We didn't do that last year. We stuck with the guys we stuck with. Then you look at Mike Evans. Even at his age, he can still produce. He can be a problem for that defense alone because if you get that true number one receiver, it's not going to matter how you cover up with this guy. He's still going to get you some big plays here and there. That's another factor is you're getting somebody like Mike Evans who's already still proven and consistent. Then you bring in somebody familiar. Dre Greenlaw, who's been a thorn in the ass for the Seahawks for decades. You bring him back, and you might get the best version of what he was because the injury aside, he's good on the football field. He makes plays. When that dude's healthy, he's a problem. That is going to make it hard for them to overcome because they are already losing some pieces in the offseason. But that's not something to overlook on. It's a competitive division. There's another factor. We couldn't get much pressure during the season at the end. I think if we would have got pressure on Sam Darnold, I think we would have been more closer. We made this move from the Cowboys to get ourselves a consistent, dominant D tackle who can actually take double teams and make it easy for these guys. Then you're getting the returns of guys like Fred Warner, Nick Bosa. I mean, you're adding some secondary depth. You're adding some certain pieces. I think what we're doing is we're not done yet. We're still looking into the draft also, but I believe the way they are approaching this offseason is they are just looking to overtake the Seahawks. If they can overtake them from there, I don't think no team can stop us this year. But we'll see. I feel like that's what they're trying to build into. Because the more I start looking at their signings, I'm kind of like scratching my head and think like maybe that's what they're trying to build into because they are trying to build this team that can overtake the Seahawks this year. Because of what happened last year, I don't think they want to have this happen again. So they're looking to get guys who actually can help us and win. So that's my 2 cents. I mean, I feel like you want to bring those type of players that want to win. And I think getting another wide receiver would actually put this offense over against this type of team. Then you upgrade a little more on the offensive line. That will definitely that will move the needle because that will give Purdy time and give the receivers time to separate here and there. Then you look at the rest of the defense. Getting some quality depth at defensive tackle or defensive end could be nice. We already got the linebackers all situated pretty well. We got our kicker back. Pretty sure our punter will come back anyways, but I'm just saying from a perspective, I can see us getting Joey Bosa because of his experience, and plus this can be like something that Nick could be playing for. I mean, I think Nick would love to see his brother on the field with him, so that would be something to look forward to. I think a lot of these signings are more like motivation because of what they saw and what they had to deal with. I think this is something that's going to fuel this Niners team. So you're building this offseason to get past Seattle. That's what it seems like. And it's just how I look at it.